All right, we're starting off on kwconnect.com. Once we're at kw.connect.com, we're going to hover over resources. Once we get the drop down, we can click on marketing. If for some reason you don't see marketing, you need to make sure your picture looks or is in the top right hand corner. Occasionally you'll have to click on your picture and then click log in. Once we're here again, we'll hover over resources, we'll click on marketing.
Okay.
And then we're going to click on logos and branding. Okay. Once we're on this logos and branding page, we'll simply scroll down. What we'll see is we can download our Market Center office logos. Enter in the appropriate name or Market Center for your for whatever one you're going to, and then you'll just click download and you'll get a zip file that will download here. Now, the one thing to know is about a zip file, that if you're working on a PC, you will be able to open the file, but then you will need to copy the file somewhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag my window down and I'm going to my home screen here, and I'm going to do a right click and click on new and create a new folder.
Why don't you just tell Chris to just watch what you're doing, and then he can go back at another time and try it out, but at least he'll get the gist of it.
There you go. So this is being recorded. So once we have the Market Center number, we can put it in here. We should just be able to type it in here. And I know some people are saying they're having some issues. I'm not exactly seeing not seeing the same option. We can click download, and that will download you can see the files downloaded right here. I've then gone to my home screen and I've created a new folder. And the reason why I have to create this new folder is that once I open up these zipped files, I need a place to transfer them to. So once I've created this folder, I can just come over to where you can see my downloads are, and I'm going to just click on open, and that's going to actually open the file. Now yours might look a little bit different than mine, but I'm going to select these 4 different black and white CYMK, PMS 200, and RGB, and I'm just going to select them, and I can do that by holding the shift down, and I can drag that right over to the KW logos folder that I have created on my desktop. Okay, so now we will have a folder on our desktop of the KW logos, which we will use throughout the system. Okay, everybody kind of okay at this point? All right, we're going to keep going forward then. So that's all we needed for the logos for. So now we're actually going to switch over to command. Okay, so I'm done in KW Connect. We downloaded all the Office logos. I'm just going to go to agent.kw.com and I'm going to log into command. All right, we have to do one technique here to make sure that our picture and our logos will size properly to go into command. And what I'm teaching you here can be used in many areas in command. So what we're going to do now is once we're in command, we're going to click on the KW in the top left-hand corner, and then we will get the names here of all the different icons. We're going to click on designs for the time being. Okay, so again, right now we should have clicked on KW in the top left-hand corner and then clicked on designs. And then we should see our designs. This should say my design templates. You might not see any actual designs here if you haven't previously created something. Once we're here, you'll notice that there is a plus button in the bottom right-hand corner. Once we click on that, what we will notice is that we're actually going to be creating a social design. So we'll click on the button in the bottom right-hand corner. We'll then click on social. And once we click on social, you'll see it kind of gets an outline here. And then we'll click on next. Okay. So now we're in my designs, or our design templates here. Anybody have a question on at this point? Are we good? Okay. So once we're here, what we'll notice at the top is we have my designs and we have templates. For this application, we're actually going to click on my designs. And do you see where it says start from blank? Select a size and go into the editor. Now what I'm teaching you, you will find many useful places to use this, and we'll go over a couple of them today. But I want you to start off by clicking on start. And what it's going to do is it's going to say, we have all these templated sizes that are available to you, and you're actually going to click on custom size. So again, once we're in here, we're going to click on my designs, then we'll click on start, and then we'll choose custom size. Now you'll notice at the bottom, it gives you several different options. You'll see the PX stands for pixels, inches, centimeters, and millimeters. I find that the most common two are either pixels or inches. In this case, we're going to use pixels. So we're going to take the width and we're going to make the width 360 and the height to be 360. And what this does is this creates a square for us. Once I get done adding 360 and 360 here, we're going to click on create, and that's going to create a new design for us.
Just a little slower. Mine is still cycling. My computer.
Okay, so if we're back on the previous page, we're going to click on. I'll go back one step here. We were going to click on my designs. Now we're going to click on start, and we're going to choose a custom size. Once we choose custom size, we're going to put in 360 by 360 and then click on create. And that creates us a square image. Okay. Once we're here, we'll notice is that we have a blank canvas, and we need to actually do this for two specific items. So if we see pages on the bottom, what we'll notice is that if we click the plus sign, we actually create a second page. So when we create this, we'll notice we have page 1 that's blank and page 2 that is also blank. So again, once we're here, we're going to click on pages. Now we're going to click the plus sign so that we should have page 1 and page 2. Once we have our blank canvas, what we need to do is to do two different things. We need to upload a picture of ourselves, so a headshot, and a picture of the logo that we just downloaded. So we'll walk through these one at a time. On the left-hand side, you will see images. Okay, now some of you might see your headshot in here. If you don't see your headshot, what we're going to do is we're going to click Add. If you see your headshot, you can just drag your headshot right over and size it appropriately. But you want your whole headshot to cover the whole white space there, because this is what's going to go into the KW system. If you don't have your headshot here, what you're going to do is you're going to click on the Add in the top left-hand corner here where it says Add. And then you're going to where it says drag and drop image right here. You'll click on that and you will upload an image from your computer.
John, does the format of the picture matter?
It doesn't matter for this case because we're just going to end up using, they're going to export as JPEGs.
Okay.
Okay. So what you'll see is, so Kelly, where are you stuck at? Do you see where it says the previous page here? Where it says My Designs? You're at Designs. Did you click in the bottom right-hand corner the plus sign? And then you chose Social and then Next. And it probably might look something like this. And what we're doing is we're clicking on My Designs here. So you might see the templates with all these different templates here. We're clicking on My Designs. Once we click on My Designs, we'll click Start and we'll do Custom Size and we'll do 360 by 360. And you'll click Create. Okay, how's everybody doing uploading their headshot?
Good.
Good, okay.
Now, when you put it on there, yours was really big. Are you resizing it, or that's just the one you had in there?
So when I was over here on my images, this was the one that I had in here. Basically, I want to make it as big as this box. So even though this box looks like it's really large on my screen here, when we export the file, it's actually pretty small.
Okay. Yeah, your quality is way better too.
Okay, so if you don't, what might happen is you might have an old version that uploaded from my KW. So if you're seeing that, if we click on Add in the top left-hand corner, and then we can, where it says drag and drop, if we click on that, we can select an image from our hard drive if we have that available.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where I put mine from. But anyway, keep going.
Okay.
That's
So there's our headshot. Now the other thing we have to do is our logo. So again, I created 2 pages here. I have page 1, and then I'm going to come over here to page 2. And I'm going to do the same thing with our logo. So again, I put our logo on the desktop. I can come over here to the desktop. I'm sorry, somebody asked a question? So I put the logo on the desktop. I'm going to choose RGB. And what I want to do is I want to make sure I choose the PNG file. So we notice that as we hover over, it tells us which type of file. In this case, we want to use the PNG file because it seems to be the one that I have no issues with. I'm going to open that. And I'm just going to position it in this square here. And you'll see as I move it up and around, it'll center it. And I can get both of the blue arrows. I want to leave a little white space on either side. And now we have both images for us to download. Because what we've done is we've taken both images and made them into a square. And the reason why we did this is what KW does is it creates a circle around our photos. And this is the way to make sure that our photos will show up properly when we upload them to command. So I'm clicking back onto my headshot. And then what we'll notice in the top right-hand corner, you will see this download arrow. And when I hover over it, it'll pop out and I will click download. It's going to ask me which, what settings I want. I can leave these all in here just fine. And I can click start download and it will download my headshot. See, it takes a minute. Now, what I should have done is I should have titled it here. So we'll just say KW logo command. So whatever I title it up here at the top, which I forgot to do, is what the downloaded file will be titled. So now what I'm doing is I'm coming over here to the second page I have. And if you don't see this, you can click on pages at the bottom. So if we click, see I'm on my second logo here, I'm going to click on the download option. And then I'm just going to click on start download, and that's going to download the photo in the square that I need. So you'll see I will now have both of those items in the format that I needed. Now, just in case if we have a team logo that we have, you should probably do the same item with your team logo. So you can just come here and click the plus down here at the pages, insert the team logo here. So again, we just click over here. We click on whatever that team logo would be, and I'm just going to use a black and white to represent that. I'm going to upload the logo. It's basically once it uploads it here, it shows it in my imported images. I'll click the add image. I will center the logo as I need it. And again, as we continue to move it, you'll see that those center arrows, the blue arrows, lines, not arrows, lines will show up to show me kind of where I'm centered in here. Okay. Once I do that, I would just say, let's just say team logo. And then I would use the download function. Now, what I'd like to do is I'd like to keep this in case I ever need to do this again or I need to update this information. So we can just come over here and click on File and then click on Save. And that will save this template that we have created. Once we've downloaded and created these images, we can simply click on Done in the top right-hand corner. And we'll be brought to My Design Templates.
John, are you saving both pages, or when you hit save, does it save both pages?
Well, it saves the entire project.
Okay, thank you.
So it does that. So then all I did was I clicked Done in the top right-hand corner, and I'm brought back to this page that says My Design Templates.
John, I'm stuck on my getting my picture to stay.
What are you seeing happen when you say getting it to stay?
Well, I mean, it's still got the lines and everything around it, and it's not very big, but it's centered. But I don't know how to save it there.
So when you click on it, when you click on it, doesn't it just place it there, or does it keep trying to move around?
No, it's stationary now.
Okay. So then what you'll want to do is you'll want to click download in the top right-hand corner, the down arrow, and that will actually download the file. So you won't see those lines that are around the box that you'll see on there when you actually download the file. Those don't actually show.
I don't see a download.
Is there a down arrow in the top right-hand corner?
I see it now, yes.
Okay, and when you hover over it, it says download, and you can download the JPEG.
Yes, okay.
Okay. Now we did that for both our headshot and our office logo. Okay. Now, once we're here, and after you get done with that, you want to click File in the top left-hand corner and click Save so that you have that template in case you need to get back to it or adjust it. Once we're here, we're going to click on our name in the top right-hand corner and then click on Settings. Once we click on Settings, that will take us to the KW Command Settings area. Okay. For today, we're going to work on one set of settings, and I think that will be sufficient for what we're trying to accomplish today. On the left-hand side, what we'll see is it'll say Connect Settings. And when we click on that, the menu will drop down and we'll see our marketing profile. Once we click on our marketing profile, we will now have the ability to upload those items. So what we'll do now is we will go in and we will fill out all this information appropriately. Okay, and if we only get this next page done in the next half an hour, that's perfectly fine. This is the most important page that we will fill out because this is where the rest of the command system will pull all the information from. So you'll notice that it has my photo or my team logo. If you don't have a team logo, you don't need to upload anything there. If you have a team logo or a personal logo, you can. And you'll simply do that by clicking clicking upload, and that will give you the option to choose the files that you need. As you scroll down, you will see there are plenty of different places to enter in information. Now, you'll notice that I have my license number in here. In some areas, this isn't required. However, I've added mine in here because in other areas of command, they require you to add a license number. So I would make sure I add the license number and your professional job title, which might not actually be required here. So I just put realtor. If you don't have a bio, your homework is to do your bio. And because you don't have one right now, I want you to put coming soon here. As we scroll down a little bit more, we will see the mobile phone and office phone places to put the information. We will see our email. And we will see our website. When we put our website in, we want to make sure that we have the full HTTPS in here. I'm going to go through this a couple times, so if I'm going a little faster, it's perfectly fine. We got the next half an hour to fill out this page. When you put your phone numbers in here, please do not put dashes. We see we have the Market Center, what's called the DBA logo right here, where we can upload that. And we can add in our brokerage information. Now, by default, sometimes the information is incorrect. Now, our legal footer text, I'm just going to point this out. I always tell the agents to put their name and the state that they're licensed in with their brokerage. Because depending on where you're advertising, you're supposed to advertise to the law at whatever state you're advertising in. So if you send somebody something in California, you're supposed to adhere to California's laws. So I believe this does it well enough. As we continue and scroll down here, we will see that we have our Facebook and our social media URLs. And when we do this, we want to make sure that all our URLs have HTTPS and then they're the full URL. As we scroll down some more, we'll see that we have the branded app link, which is the same information. When you get done with this, we can click save. Now, I'm not going any further than this today. So some of you might have this filled out today. If you don't, my goal is by the end of the session to make sure that we have it. So I will stay on here till whatever it takes to make sure that we get this done, because every other place, whether you're doing your website, whether you're doing your smart plans, will all pull information from here. So it's important that we have this information filled out correctly. Is anybody having any issues?
I lost the last part. I can't find settings, command settings.
Okay, so did you hover over your name and click on settings right here?
Nope, I got it now.
Okay, and then you'll
Thank
see
you.
connect settings on the left-hand side and click on marketing profile. Yes, Kathy, this is being recorded. Okay, so again, if we didn't need to get here again, we can just hover over your name, click on settings, click on connect settings, and then click on your marketing profile. And this is the information that we're filling out today. Some of you, if you've been in my classes previously, you probably have a majority of this filled out. It's a great time to go back and look at it because occasionally this information changes from time to time.
And you said, John, no dashes on your phone number?
No dashes in the phone numbers. Pay attention to your market center brokerage name. Occasionally it will just have the city there. So it's important that that's correct for compliance purposes. How's everybody doing? Everybody doing okay out there? Yeah, I'll be, Mike, I see you, it'll be on my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Mr. John Ziamba. I'll also email it out tonight. The links from both, I'm doing a morning session at 8 a.m. The link that you followed today will work both for 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Yeah, Kathy, we're going to be doing classes every day to make sure that everybody gets this information correct. Occasionally, you guys will be getting homework. So your homework for today is to, number one, make sure that this page gets completed. Now, I know several areas like Texas have legal footer links that are required from the Texas real estate department, right? So we can add legal footer links as needed here.
If we're licensed in more than one state, do we list it there?
I would probably put that in the legal footer.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah. And I know, and I was just saying that some other places require actual links, like Texas has Texas real estate disclosure that's required here, and you have to have a link on your website. Cynthia, you're looking for a breakdown of the classes. Basically, we're just building on whatever we did the day before. And then I'm in Monday in at my 8 a.m. Central, everything is Central time because that's where I'm located. Our 8 a.m. Central time class, that's designed to be one tactic that I use in our business and to take today. Like today's tactic was how to get the clients that are your active clients contact or command health scores to 100%. So that's about a 20-minute webinar at 8 o'clock in the morning. So again, the one thing we want to make sure is that our Facebook information and our social media channels, they all have the HTTPS links. And then again, we got our branded app. All right, I'm actually going to stop recording at this time.